On today's Saturday Doobie Feature, the #1 marijuana and movie show in the world, we are awakening our forces with The Force Awakens.
Are we really there, or are we just remaking The Force?
Everybody, welcome back to the Saturday Doobie Feature. I'm your host, Justin.
I am Byron.
We're missing Derrick again this week. He couldn't be with us. He's out there scouring the globe for the best strains.
In a galaxy far, far away.
He's officially a strain hunter. I just proclaimed it, so. Anyway.
It's on your right.
Shout out Turtle Pie Co. Shout out back to Happy Derrick Scott. Follow him if you like it. We're talking about, you guys loved it so much. Our prequel coverage, our sequel coverage. Well, now we're coming back. We're going to talk about the new sequels. That's right. Our Star Wars on Weed series, The Force Awakens. We're going to awaken our forces with some of this beautiful dragony. Thanks, guys. Thank you. What is this in here? Is this?
We have some turtle pie.
Is this the Vampire Mints?
No, it's the goddamn gelato.
It's the gelato. This is the. So it's not the Vampire Mints.
No.
Gelato. Indica Dominant cookies. Wait, how do you hit this thing?
Okay, so the car cat's under. This is Bruce Lee. Show Bruce Lee.
Okay.
People, man.
Yeah, Bruce Lee, everybody. He was one of those monsters that was cut out of The Force Awakens when they had to redo it after Harrison Ford broke his ankle. I just feel like a lot of this movie was reshot. I just, talk about the movie a little bit right now. I feel like a lot of this movie was adapted on the fly, which is something that they never had the opportunity to really do during a Star Wars movie before. You made the original Star Wars, it was kind of in a vacuum when you made the original trilogy. You made the prequels even then, you can kind of react to stuff, like we were saying in The Phantom Menace, you can kind of react to that fan reaction with Revenge of the Sith. But this was even while they were in production, they were reacting to what fans were expecting and wanted, I think, from the movie.
They were trying,
Did you just hit the ass?
Yeah.
The tail ass?
Yep, you just always the ass. Yep. I guess. Back to.
Oh, this is a weird. Sorry, you can also watch us on Instagram Live. There's a weird filter going on here.
Damn.
With I'm definitely. It's I'm high now. That's what the filter is. It's crazy, actually.
It's like the filter's making us high.
You're missing out on special effects if you don't watch us on Instagram Live. Is basically what I'm saying. Speaking of special effects, this movie was 2015. It was a whole new generation of Star Wars films that looked as nice as I've ever seen a movie. This was probably one of the nicest looking movies I've ever seen at the time it came out. Shout out to J.J. Abrams. As much as I have my qualms about maybe the lens flare or whatever else he does, he really brought it, I think, with the Force Awakens and really lived up to a lot of expectations, even though maybe it's that remake problem that you have that maybe tell the people about what the internet says about this.
It was basically like watching episode 4 all over again, they need a ship, they need to escape the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy adventure. They need to go find help.
Well, that's also because it's so nostalgic. Don't take it out on the table, buddy. That's also
It's
because it's so nostalgic for us to see these characters again. We actually were getting, Han again. We're actually getting Leia again. We didn't get Luke in this one, and people were maybe expecting that. But otherwise, fan service to the point that it felt like a redux for sure.
But
shout out Hollywood.
It still
Redux.
wasn't. Woo! But it still wasn't bad at all. Is what I'm saying. I don't think it was a terrible movie.
No, all right. I'll put my stoner hat on. I kind of feel like when they were writing this, it's almost about the production of the movie itself. Rey is J.J. Abrams. Rey is very hesitant as this movie goes on to even take on the mantle of being a hero or being anything in the movie. And that's J.J. J.J. didn't want. Nobody it's almost like being the host of the Oscars. Nobody wanted this job. Everybody wanted this job, but nobody really wanted the responsibility of having to make the new trilogy,
People still watch the Oscars.
We'll see. I don't know. It's February 24th this year. We'll see. But I don't know. Whatever. Not talking about the Oscars. Although we might do some Oscar coverage. We're gonna see maybe doing some best of cannabis.
We're gonna
I don't know.
Our
if you
own
want to be
Oscars, okay?
If you want to be in our weed Oscars, send us your stuff. Let us know if you want us to test it out. Point being, JJ is Rey, hesitant to go on this whole journey. So of course, what's he gonna do? We need to make a new Death Star. Apparently, that's what the people want to see. Jesus, I'm sorry.
Bigger and just explode easier, right? Just from.
But I was a big fan of the way the movie kind of started. Everything was kind of on that started in the dark on that weird planet, and you get a little humor from Poe Dameron. Again, the first time that we could appreciate them changing our expectations of what we wanted. Although now it's like a big problem, like that all the expectations were changed after like Last Jedi. That you were expecting one thing and you're not getting that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of thoughts that I'm trying to like put into a single like sentence, but
well,
my main, if I did have a main issue, would be literally just like it just felt like watching a remake, and
I think
while trying to introduce new characters, and it's just like I felt like it did no justice to new characters, honestly. Because then I just feel like their fates are just similar to characters in the past, and you already know what's gonna happen.
I think some of the fault does go to JJ in that, because I feel like sometimes he has a lack of being able to really capitalize on like what that punch is gonna be. Like you see, when the Millennium Falcon's like trying to get off the Jakku planet, and they're like doing it. It all looks really cool and everything, but there's never like that one shot that I think Ryan Johnson kind of was really good at. Like just that puts a button on everything. That really is like, oh wow, like that's the thing that I'm really taking away from all this. Although JJ had a really good way of like keeping you excited through the whole thing.
No, but like you were saying, that Millennium Falcon scene on Jakku, like that shit was cool. Like when they're going through the scrapyard, through the Imperial ship.
But there wasn't one moment that was like, wow, like it really like knocked it out of the park. It's like that one moment that.
Well, I think that one, the most memorable scene would literally be when the Millennium Falcon starts turning and the camera starts turning with you. Like that literally felt like you were in the ship. That's what it would feel like to be in. I think that would be like the most memorable scene from that.
Probably the whole movie. Well, I'm more so talking about the end too. Like by the time the Death Star actually like. The new Death Star loses its abilities or whatever, you're kind of like, oh, like, is that what happened? Like, you were kind of waiting for, like, a big, like, this is it. Me, personally. I don't know. Went to a lot of different places in the movie. Like I was saying.
This happened, like, they did just destroy 5 planets in, like, one shot. But that's...
Yeah, also that, too.
There,
It's like, why... They're just
Republic,
like, they're like, why not? Yeah, 5 planets, sure. Like, I don't know. Like, why... I guess 5 planets, right?
What's it not about?
Kylo Ren, played by Adam Driver. People were so skeptical at the time of Adam Driver coming through, and now he's like probably the one running line through both of these movies so far that people are like pretty happy with, I would say.
Yeah, his character development would be interesting.
Kind of being that angsty teen. He's kind of an angsty teen role.
He is.
You got. This is actually a great excuse for me to slip back into my Harrison Ford voice where I can slowly talk to you and listen. If maybe you Ragnors never wanted to cross me and Chewie, we wouldn't have a problem. It was kind of like that. So I got to enjoy some of that old Harrison Ford swagger, some of that Han Solo swagger. But that's also like a really weird scene. Like that was a very prequel scene. We have these tentacle monsters like chasing them down. They're like, ah, like. Kind of an unnecessary 10 minutes.
Unnecessary, but still, I enjoyed it. As a Han fan, I enjoyed it. I don't care. Give me the cheesiness.
The one thing I really enjoyed about the movie was just like, I haven't felt another movie recently that just really made me like, there was like a hush over the audience and everyone was like, oh, wow, like, what's this? What is that? Like, it felt like really people's reactions to it were very cool.
I don't know about you, but I still fucking cried. Okay?
Cried?
I fucking cried.
Why were you crying? Just at Rey's turmoil and what was...
Han fucking died, man.
Oh, sorry. Spoilers. Yeah, no. Kind of forget. Yeah, but that whole... Just that part, like, that actually felt like a real reveal. Similar to...
That's the one that really hit.
Well, yeah, obviously, like, the death overall, but even just before that, just talking to him as a, father to son, that was impressively, I think, captured. So, props to the emotional moments. They really brought that back around to the emotional moments, because unlike the prequels, we didn't know what to expect in this movie. So we're a little bit more excited, I think, watching the movie, where it's actually going to go and where this new trilogy is going to go, even though now we're all kind of like...
I think...
speaking for
myself, trilogy,
soured.
I just think the new Star Wars will have a new story.
Is this your Kyber crystal?
Mm-hmm.
Kyber crystal?
Kyber crystal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna put this in a lightsaber? Does that mean your lightsaber's
No,
gonna
I
be
literally
blue?
took it out of the lightsaber right now.
And that's why we're hitting it.
See, you gotta improvise sometimes, you know. Like I was saying, I think Star Wars just has to get away from the Skywalker saga and legacy to even start a new chapter and even try to begin something new.
Well, we got the Mandalorian coming out. You know, hopefully some like Red Dead Boba Fett action.
That'd be cool.
But also there is the Rian Johnson trilogy that now is announced. But is it just going to be about like magic dust sweeping boys
Yeah,
in
like
space? Is that what it's about? Probably.
you believe you can have the Force.
You can have the Force too if you just come to Disney, guys. Just go there this year, right? Star Wars Galaxy's Edge this year.
Okay.
We're not going to be able to go. Are you kidding me? This is going to be packed.
I'm pushing.
Are you going to go?
I'm pushing people. I'm pushing my way in. I don't care. Sorry.
I just really want to go drink at the cantina, similar to Maz Kanata's cantina, you know, on Takodana. That was a really hard sentence for me to say.
You got it though.
Thank you. No, I did. Yeah, listen, that was one of my favorite parts of the movie. A funny little, we're in her little weird place where she knows everything. You know, Maz Kanata for some reason is like, oh, I got you. Here's a lightsaber. You might know this guy. I don't know. Like, and then they barely
You know
want
this
to talk
guy's
to her.
lightsaber, right? Yeah, you may or may not know.
Yeah, I don't know.
This may be valuable.
She could have called him earlier about that if she knew. I don't know. Yeah, shout out to Oscar Isaac being a cool thing. John Boyega, we didn't really talk about Finn in this, you know, but I think people really expected Finn to be a little bit more of a foil in this movie. I don't know about, you know, dramatic foil. Not that
I don't really know where they're trying to go with Finn's character, honestly. I'm trying to think about it, and there's many ways it could have gone, but from the way that I'm seeing it play out, it's...
Listen, we don't write it, so, you know, I'm not coming from that from that place, but you would think the obvious thing...
I like to see...
I would like to see the obvious thing.
I like to think ahead and see where they could take it all the time.
I'd like to see him and Rey. I want to see the obvious thing, you know, and I get that they're trying to, like, change your expectations, but, like, you know, that if you're going to set that up like that, otherwise, like, yeah, it's just like meandering. It's like, what are they doing? Unless... they're really gonna go full with the Poe Finn love triangle,
which would be interesting. And
not even love triangle. I just mean like love duo, like bromance, like yeah. I don't know. I don't know how they do it in space. Probably some weird Star Wars droid stuff. Maybe he's droid sexual, right? Wasn't that something? That's something now from Solo. Like Lando Calrissian was droid sexual. You know, I just made that term up, but he was more polyamorous, I think.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like whatever he wanted. This is a whole different show, I think. I don't know. So shout out to our other sponsors, Daily Buddy, 25% off. If you want to get one of these bad boys, we didn't even hit it yet. I'm gonna hand this, not Vampire Mints, Gelato.
Gelato, people, from Turtle Pie. If you haven't, check them out. That's
why we're so slow this episode and
it's
stoned really, off our asses.
It really gets you if you haven't like. Think of it like this, you know, like gelato, you need to wake up, think of it like as a smelling salt, you know? You need to wake up feeling...
Well, I would say for some experienced users, though, it's not something that, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry from Kansas are really going to be... It's a little too much for them. For a daytime smoke, gelato, you know, pretty heavy,
maybe
stony.
That's why they need a bowl, and maybe that's why we need all of these.
I'd like to buy the world a bowl, you know? Keep it company.
Bowl of the day keeps everybody happy in a way.
Yeah, we'll put it on t-shirts. Yeah, why not? I had a t-shirt the other day. I thought it would be cool if I had a picture of my dog. And it said, I'm here to sniff butts and lick nuts.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, thanks. Alright, so we've got t-shirts coming soon. Again, Hollywood Redux store.
Pet Boys, what was that dog company?
Pet Boys is not the dog.
Big Dog.
No, Big Dog. We talking about that. Yeah, wait. So if this was a Big Dogs movie, would it be like The Bark Awakens?
Yes.
I feel like I'm missing out on all the good Big Dog parodies, you know? The last, it would be like, not The Last Jedi, it would be like The Last Labrador.
About Big Dogs, then.
All those cool Matrix parody shirts back in the day. They had a whole store at the mall, didn't they?
Even
the
at
Big
the
Dog store. Whoa! Shout out, Big Dogs. We miss you. R.I.P. Big Dogs everywhere. And
your Star Wars shirts.
Yeah, but if you go to your local Goodwill and you find Big Dog shirts, send them to us. We want it. We want your Big Dogs merch. Thank you guys for watching. check out our other episodes. Please, tell your buddies, tell your co-patriots, your co-conspirators in the First Order or in the
Rebel Alliance.
In the Rebel Alliance, yeah. I don't know. Choose a side. Tell us below. What side are you on? Where's this gonna go now? Now that they have to rewrite everything. They've had to rewrite these damn movies like 5 times now. I feel like.
Dude, this is not spoilers to them, but spoiler alert.
No, I just not the writing 5 times. After Harrison broke his leg, now we've lost R.I.P. to our dear sweet General Leia, and so where's this gonna go? I don't think it's exactly how they wanted it to go. Where do you think it's gonna go? We are gonna wrap this episode up, but we'll be back next week. I'm Justin_Gentile on Twitter, @JustGentile on Instagram.
I am Byron @_Lord B.
Thanks again, everybody. Shout out to Derrick. We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe. Stay high.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe below, comment.
Damn, don't tell them what to do. Anything else?
I really don't like this, but I'm being so stupid.
Did The Force awaken you? Comment below.